I have glass of water. I have a monster. Also got some snacks, although I might not eat this. This is fruit cream biscuit. It smells good. I think it's strawberry. I saw it and was like, bro. I feel like this is great to eat, to snack on every once in a while I stream. We'll have to see though about if I eat them tonight. Let's hope the game doesn't crash like it did last time. 4 freaking times. Let's hope it doesn't. I updated my driver, so I got a driver from a couple of days ago. The game updated. Maybe we'd be good. Wrong save. I was testing some things out. And that's where I left the game. Whoops. This is the real save where we left off. Perfect. All right, so what we're doing is we are going in there to talk with the cabinet about what is possibly going on.
Still no word from the cabinet. Anything you wanted to discuss in the interim?
I don't have any questions. We've talked about everything.
Then I guess it's just a matter of...
The cabinet meeting is about to begin. All parties, please proceed to the cabinet chambers.
Sounds like our cue. Here we go.
Sorry. Hello, ma'am. Interstellar Affairs? Oh boy. Raw, smooth, buttery 60 frames here. It's crazy. It's wild how things change. Stay here, Sarah.
Ah, welcome. You must be the captain Hadrian mentioned in her report. You have our thanks for the risks you faced in securing this information.
Adrian made it clear that addressing this issue required utmost urgency.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Yes, well, precisely how urgent is what I hope we'll determine here today. So now, we have 2 petitioners here making a surprising request. Access to the UC Xeno Warfare Team's Terramorph data, currently housed in the Armistice archives. A request which will require not just this body's agreement, but that of all 3 Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun. Now, Captain, we've all read Hadrian's report on the subject, but we have yet to hear from you. Perhaps you could summarize for the cabinet what it is you see as the goal of this endeavor.
We're still trying to figure out what we're facing. We can't make an informed decision without data.
That is something to consider. Though we also have to take into account the nature of the data you require.
Madam President, I object to the very premise of this meeting. While no one would argue that what happened on Tau Ceti was anything less than a tragedy, terramorph attacks are not some sudden new threat on the horizon. They've been happening for generations. to demand we hand over banned archival knowledge and possibly upset the balance of galactic diplomacy because of a single attack seems at best panic. And at worst, a power grab by the daughter of a bloodthirsty warmonger and her associates.
Whoa!
I would remind the chief diplomat who he's speaking to. If it's my father you're looking to address, you're welcome to consult a medium. I would also ask, how many deaths the cabinet requires to act? 50? 50,000? Because if tragedies like Tau Ceti are just prelude to more attacks, I have no doubt you'll get the body count you require.
Let's keep this civil, shall we? And while there should be no doubt the preservation of life stands paramount among this body's duties, Chief Yassine has a point. Will a single attack, however troubling, be sufficient to convince the other factions to grant us access to what they no doubt consider weapon data? I don't think it's enough. Perhaps you can help, Captain. As the one who actually collected the sample in question, did this terramorph seem at all alarming to you?
It wiped out a colony that never saw it coming. That's pretty alarming.
That is worth considering. This attack took place on an almost completely uninhabited world. The casualties were minimal as a result. But if there's another attack, will we be so lucky?
Exactly.
Yes, a fine point, Admiral. So then, Captain, given the discussion now and the information you've been privy to thus far, if you were in our position, would you grant the request made to open the archives?
There's a chance what happened on Tau Ceti could happen elsewhere. We need to grant the request.
I'm uncomfortable opening the archives without gathering more information. However, if that's the path forward you prefer, then so be it.
I'm inclined to agree.
As am I.
I suppose that does get to the heart of the point, doesn't it? Very well. I consent. The galaxy was lucky you were here today, Captain.
You and I are in agreement, Chief Diplomat. So, if there are no other objections, I believe we can agree to give our full backing to make the request to... What was that?
Attention. Attention. An incident has occurred.
Whoops.
Facility lockdown engaged.
Incident? Chief Sarkin, what's happening?
There's been an attack at the spaceport.
Terramorphs? Course.
Terramorphs. More attacks. Just as predicted.
Good God.
Damn it. They're here. Now.
There must be another explanation. The creatures evaded our scanner somehow.
There will be plenty of time for conjecture later. Chief Sarkin, order the evacuation of the spaceport and have your men contain the things, but do it discreetly. The last thing we need is a citywide panic.
Yes, ma'am.
Admiral Logan, the local barracks can provide support?
I'll make the order myself. Nearest anti-Xeno squad, though, is off-world. Going to take a while to bring them in.
I can do it.
We'll have to make do with the tools we've got.
I do it.
You two, we can't risk those things getting out of the spaceport. I want you both on the next train there. We'll let them know you're coming and that you've dealt with these things before. Now go show them how it's done.
We're on it, ma'am. Captain, I'm right behind you. Let's get down there.
Hoorah. Let's go. Oh! More Terramorph fighting. Woo!
You! That's the EM rifle! Grab it!
What is going... Hello?
Stop! We're trying to help you!
That's it. Now hit him with everything you've got.
Equip the EM weapon. Oh, I have to equip the EM weapon. This one? They all down? This is a weird weapon. What's the point of this weapon? That was weird. What just happened? Electromagnetic beams. Like, what does that do? It's like, it just like it just, yeah. Like, what?
Thank you for what you did. We didn't want to hurt them.
The way those people were acting, I've seen this before. They were under the Terramorph's influence, weren't they?
I
guess that's what that is.
I don't know. They were down at the port and they just started screaming.
Nice gun
We
she's
tried
got.
to restrain them, get them on the train to get them out of harm's way, but some of the other officers down there, we couldn't restrain them fast enough. They just started firing on us. People we knew. They went berserk.
Pheromonic projection. Some Terramorphs, they can induce this fog. It affects everyone differently, but some people just lose control, turn against everyone around them, even if they don't want to. They're like a puppet. You kill the morph, you break the hold. But this means we're gonna need to be real careful with our fire, and keep that EM weapon at the ready.
Sounds like we need to hustle.
Let's do it.
Nat's unlocked. Please, do what you can to help them.
Wonder if we're gonna actually fight a Terramorph or if we're just taking care of like the people who are influenced.
Wait. Did you hear that?
God, no time to waste, Captain. Stash the EM and pull some firepower. Let's
An
move!
evacuation order has been issued for the
Got it.
spaceport district. All citizens are required to proceed to the nearest shelter.
You might back up. Don't just stand there. Good. Neutralizing.
They're going.
Oh, God. Captain! You're going to be okay! It's not real! Whatever you're experiencing right now, it's not real! We have to put down that floor!
Ow!
Glad you're on my side.
Got
back
him.
there.
Wait, officer? Are you and this woman experts? Take whatever we can get right now. We've got the remaining creatures locked down on the landing pad, but we're barely holding our perimeter. They said you've done this before. Well, we've got one fire team to spare and whatever supplies you need, but I can't risk them taking over any more of my men. Put those things down and do it fast. We'll hold them as best we can.
All right. Speak to the fire team, which is probably you. Yep.
Heard you might be looking for some backup. You say the word, we're out there on your 6.
You two have any experience with Terramorphs before?
Only the brief they just gave on the way here, but we know how to handle pressure.
Surviving a full-on mental assault isn't the same as keeping your cool in a firefight. Might make you more liability than asset.
We're not UC security. You don't need to worry about us.
He seems a little naive. We'll have you watching our backs.
Roger that. We're on you.
All right, where are we going? Like we got another one over here.
Watch out!
This would be a perfect time to use mine.
Stop! Stop! Don't shoot! We're friendly!
Oh.
Save, save, save. Never save, never save. Never save.
Oh. Damn it.
Clear.
We'll
find a good use
that's
for
what
this.
those look like on the inside.
You good?
Not getting past us.
Where's the other guy? There he is.
Yeah, changing plans?
Keep doing what you're doing.
On it.
All right.
I'll watch your back.
All right.
Another loser, another notch on my gun.
Target down. Nice work, Captain.
It's over. Thank God. If these things reached the populated areas of the city, we would have had an absolute massacre on our hands.
Okay. Oh, I keep pressing the wrong button.
Not gonna last much longer.
Guess they weren't kidding about you two. Universe put the right people in the right place.
All in a day's work, Sergeant.
Like hell it is. I don't want to think what would have happened if you two hadn't been here.
Just glad we could rise to the occasion.
Right.
Captain, we should report back to the President. Let her know the Terramorphs have been dealt with. Take care of yourself, Sergeant.
All right. Damn, they blew a hole through this. Oof.
Attention. The spaceport has been secured. Safety precautions remain in place. Please wait for the all-clear signal before exiting your homes. That is all.
Steal from. Hello?
Thank you, gentlemen. Let your people all know how much we owe them today.
Yes, ma'am.
Ah, there you are. I believe we have some things we should discuss.
The loss of life, the damage to the spaceport. The costs of this attack are greater than I think we realize.
Captain? Hadrian? It would appear that the Cabinet owes you our thanks for what you did for the city today. As well as an apology. Your concerns about the Terramorphs, well, consider them validated.
Thank you, ma'am.
Agreed, thank you.
Of course. I only wish we could have acted sooner. Now, today's events have only clarified our path forward in the eyes of the Cabinet. You will have our full support in collecting the Terramorph data from the archives, as well as a subsequent investigation into the nature of these attacks. But to accomplish those goals, we're going to need the right people in the right places. As such, the Cabinet has authorized me to reinstate you, Hadrian, effective immediately, to your former rank of Major.
Nice.
As soon as we've got the data in hand, we want you investigating these attacks and how to stop them. Will you do this?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. I'd be honored.
Excellent. But as you've both made clear, for such an investigation to succeed, first, we're going to need someone to convince the Freestar Collective and House Varun to play ball. Someone who knows precisely the sorts of dangers the colonies and all the galaxy are facing right now. The Cabinet wants you, Captain, to be that representative.
If you're sure that's the wisest course of action.
We do. In exchange, we're willing to fast-track your citizenship upon collection of the data.
Oh!
So, will you?
Cool! Hell yeah!
I'm glad to hear it. Now, we, of course, won't be sending you in without the proper support. Deputy McIntyre in the Office of Interstellar Affairs will be your guide on gaining access to the archives. You should be able to find her in her office across the hall. And on behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our thanks. You're dismissed.
Thank you, ma'am. Whambo-wham!
Chief Engineer Kulkarni. Start getting a plan together for that data.
I'm gonna level up. Science, right? Yeah. Craft 5 unique food, drinks, drugs, weapon mods, or equipment mods. I have 2 skill points. I haven't leveled up yet. Alright, next level up we can get spacesuit design and weapon engineering. Alright. Speak to Deputy McIntyre. Let's go ahead and do full save.
The things we do here, the tech we develop, benefits all of humanity.
Is that true?
By the way, Captain, Sergeant Yumi was looking for you. Sounds like he's got more work.
Sergeant Yumi. So that's not for Vanguard though. That's other things.
These orders, a Vanguard captain.
Hello.
Yes, sir. I'll make sure they get what they require. That must make you my Vanguard captain. Welcome to Interstellar Affairs. I'm Deputy Chief Diplomat McIntyre, Chief Yassine's second in command. I heard you were instrumental in protecting the city from the attack. You have my gratitude. I was also informed that you gave quite the presentation to the cabinet. Chief Yassine wants you to know the Interstellar Affairs Office is fully committed to this endeavor, accessing the Terramorph data and beyond. We're going to do everything in our power to make sure you have the tools you need. And that means first getting you into the archives. You do know what the archives are, correct?
It's where the collective stashed all our best weapons technologies after the Colony War.
It was a mutual agreement, but I suppose you touch on the spirit of it. So, you also know then that it was originally managed by the 3 major galactic players. Access to the archives is only granted in cases of dire emergency, and requires a one-time use code from each of the 3 Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun. Now, the UC is already on board, so that means we'll need to convince 2 people, the ambassadors of the Freestar Collective and House Varun, to hand over their codes. Get them both and you'll have your data. But that's a lot easier said than done.
No problem. Just gonna need some electrodes, a tooth extractor, and some sodium pentothal.
Very funny. This is going to be hard enough already. Both ambassadors have reasons they won't, or can't, work with us. Now, I'll provide guidance on how we believe you can acquire each code, but ultimately, it'll be up to you to get them both to cooperate. And I do mean cooperate. Threats and violence are off the table here. Though that doesn't mean we can't get creative. But it does mean we need to get you up to speed on who you're dealing with. Who do you want to start with? Ambassador Radcliffe of Freestar, or Ambassador Balmore of House Varun?
Tell me about Ambassador Radcliffe of the Freestar Collective.
Ah, the good Ambassador Radcliffe. She's a veteran of the Colony War, and her only goal in life is to make ours miserable. Now, officially, our office is suggesting you try and negotiate with her. Use your experiences as a member of the military and with the threat we're facing to convince her to lend her support. And who knows? Maybe that'll work. Stranger things have happened. But my suspicion is we're going to have to rely on other tools to get her code.